final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Fields. Buying time to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Old Dominion, the former Monarch, at quarterback Taylor Heineke.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now, look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Heineke. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game: 10 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations. On 1st and 10, Heineke. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Heineke again. And Evans Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and it's a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Heineke now. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Heineke. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Heineke. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago 1st.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Now Heineke steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Heineke on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Heineke. There's Evans again. Complete. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Heineke. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football.
Looking for you've got the lead, you got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Heineke. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Heineke to throw it. A quick pass here to Godwin. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And a play fake, and now Heineke.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Short yardage situation. You have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Now Heineke.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Heineke. He completes it right side to White. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Again, it's Heineke.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
To throw is Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And a solid run down inside the 30. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal. 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bears have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Over the middle to Evans. Heineke trying to get him up to the line quickly. From the 38, Heineke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to
will take the field for the Bears' next possession.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On third down, they go Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. With the Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield,
Heineke
over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. To the air again, Heineke. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, Heineke. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taylor Heineke with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. And this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Montgomery running right. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Fields. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, He doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Heineke's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Fournette.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing, Heineke.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Off the play fake, Heineke. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play action now. Here's Heineke. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On play action, Heineke.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Heineke now.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36,
Heineke. Otton brings it in over the middle.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Heineke.
Completes it to Aguilar.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. fourth this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Heineke. He's got Otten. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10 and 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. 1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the 50, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a give to Herbert. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
First down, Heineke.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a give to Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed, that play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, where the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 2nd and 12, Heineke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Now Heineke.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
With that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well, as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Flush to his right.
He's got some room to operate.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
They do tack on the extra point as well. Not by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the Bucs down 28-27. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. That's complete to Otten. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Finds his target. It's Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. 30. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one here. Remember, he's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same. And he is paying it off in a big, big way.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Downfield. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on